Oh, Chango's very excited back there too. Yay. Okay. This is my first live stream on my own, and I am really excited. So I just want to make sure everything is going smoothly. So I'm going to check on my settings here. Chango's super excited. All right. Hi, Kira. Hi, Ryan. Nice to see you. Thank you for sharing. Hi, Samantha. All right. We'll do that. There we go. Go away. I don't know how to do that. There we go. Okay. Hi. Hi, Pumpkinhead. Hi, Jenny. All right. Hi, T. Lisa. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Janelle. All right. Sounds good. Looks good. Hi, Wild. That's awesome. Hello, Travis. Yeah, okay, we're doing good. Yay! Now, we'll see if it stays this way. Oh, I am very excited to be here. We've got lots of things to be able to do. I just wanted to hang out with you, right? That's kind of what I wanted to do. Oh, I'm glad it sounds clear. Hi, Niles. All right, so hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me. My name is Jessie, and I am coming to you from Animal Wonders, of course. And I have a loud friend behind me. He's way back there. You can see him, and we're gonna go say hi to him in a second. But he's a little disgruntled because all of the rest of his friends are eating dinner right now, and he got taken out. But I have some treats for him, so he's not going to be left out. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna find a really easy, I've got some almonds in my pocket because you always have to have some kind of seeds or treats in your pockets. So I'm gonna give him a really easy one. This is an almond here, and we're gonna head on over and say hi to our little friend. All right, so I am mobile this time. It's very exciting for me. So we get to move around, and you just get to be at my arm length. So sometimes I might be like really up close with you, and I apologize for that. But let's go ahead and let's see if I can turn this around. Okay, here is Chango, and Chango is a parrot. He is an Amazon parrot, and let's see if he's comfortable because we actually have Mimi, the monkey, that has come and joined us, and she's very excited about treats. She always wants all the treats, but Chango doesn't seem to be too bothered by it. So good, yay! All right, so Chango is an Amazon parrot. He is a lilac crowned Amazon parrot, and he loves his treats. He's still very excited. One of my favorite things to do is watch parrots eat because they show off their two awesome adaptations, which is their feet and their beak. So watching him eat is just really fun. It's always fun to see them eating. Yeah, Mimi is like, that treat's for me, right? How come that bird is eating it? It is mine. Hello. Sorry, Mimi, you know what? I did bring you your own treats, so you just have to be a little patient, which is not something that monkeys are known for. So look at her. And Chango finally was like, wait a second. Nope, that is not a friend. That is not a friend. And in the wild, they would not be friendly. You can see that he's doing his stretch display. It's okay, Chango. It's all right. She can't get you. Come on over here for your next one. You can make your way all the way over. You can move away from her if you want to. So in the wild, they would actually share a habitat, and monkeys would actually go after parrots if they could. They would try and hunt them. So Chango is rightfully offended that Mimi is in his space. Come on over here, buddy. Make your way over. You can do it. I'm gonna hold the treat right here so we can, come here. What if I put it right there? Will you make your way over? What do you think? Good boy. And I did see that someone asked, he eats nuts as treats only. Absolutely. So he has a formulated pelleted diet and fresh produce. And there you go, bud. And the only reason I'm giving him nuts right now is because he is out with me and I wanted to make sure that he felt really special and wasn't feeling left out because all of his friends are back in the bird room eating their treats. And I just wanted to spend some extra time with Chango and share him with you because it's just, I want to. He's an awesome guy. John asked, does Chango still have a crush on Zoe? Absolutely. And Zoe was one of the birds that I was concerned would really bug Chango because Zoe's back, I gave her some treats. She was back there, talking away, and then Chango heard her and was like, wait a second, I need to be home with her. So yes, major crush on Zoe. And Zoe is she's indifferent. She's like, it's fine. All right, so hi, Jimmy. Nice to see you. Thank you. I am doing really well. I'm excited to be here because I have some fun news to share, and we're gonna actually say goodbye to Chango now, and I'll give him one last treat that he can munch on while I walk away. I'm gonna put it right there so he can go and get it so he's not right next to Mimi. So I'm gonna head back over here and I'm gonna turn you around. Oh, you get to see my behind the stage because I'm not good. I'm not very proficient at turning my lens around in a proper way. It is what it is. So I wanted to, this live stream I planned it so it would come at the very end of a local fundraiser that we are doing. It's called Missoula Gives. And if you follow us on Instagram or Facebook, you have been inundated with all of the exciting things. And if you wanted to go look at all the exciting things, you can go check that out. I put it on the story so you can see it all. And we're raising funds to make big improvements to the animals' habitats, their enclosures. Like that is our focus right now. I mean, we're still providing all the care for them and we're still doing public programs and we're still doing educational videos. But besides all of that normal stuff, we are laser focused on bigger and better enclosures for the animals. That's always been a dream of mine, and we're at a place where we can do that, but we do need help. So that's why we were fundraising. It is so expensive to build enclosures in Montana because you can't just build like a walls and a floor. You can't you can't do that. You have to build a full foundation and full load bearing, make it really sturdy so it can have a really good roof. So if it snows 6 feet, which it will or more, it's not gonna all collapse. And then a lot of the animals we have are tropical, so we have to heat it and it's a lot. So it's super expensive to this. So that's why we're raising all these funds and that's what's going on. So this live stream is the end of that fundraising. There's still some time to do it, but this is like the big finale. And we met our goal and it's super exciting. We set a goal of $4,000 and that's gonna get us partway to improving the bird habitats. And we're gonna continue to find ways to fundraise and just keep on improving because that's what we're all about. And it's very exciting. So if you're part of that at all, you can go and donate. And Maya is moderating. Thank you, Maya. And Britt is also a moderator today in our chat. So say hi to Maya and Britt. And they're putting some links in there. If you are able and you would like to, you can also donate. We just passed 4,000 and it's very exciting. But that's not all the live stream is about. I did want to celebrate. I'm just kind of on a high right now because we just met our goal. But I also wanted to share some animals with you and do a fun little update on some of the things that we're doing. So if you see behind me, well, we saw Chango already, but if you see behind me a little bit, this structure is pretty new. And I wanted to go look at it again. We did put a video out all about Mimi's enclosure expansion, but some people don't see it, you know? Some people just can't watch every single video that we put out, which is totally fine. But I did want to show it off. So what I'd like to do is just kind of give you a little tour and show off Mimi a little bit. So let's head on over. And first things first, I'm going to show off, we do have, I'll move that ring light so it's not in the way. Okay. All right. So this right here, we have to have, it's called like a safety zone, so that we can walk into the space and she's not just gonna run out on us, or more likely jump out on us. We have to make it safe. And that's, if it was just me working here, I probably wouldn't have to have it, but we have volunteers and interns who are learning how to take care of animals for the first time, so we do have to have this safe zone. So now that I'm in the little safe zone, I can close it if I want to, and then we can go into the rest of the space. And I love this space so much. I love it because it's bright and open and so much sunlight gets in. She has natural light right there, but she's up here right now. Hey, Mimi. She also has access to full spectrum lighting up there, and she loves it. She actually goes and sunbathes. Hi, pretty girl. And she has tons of branches, natural branches and rope branches, and just so many places that we can put toys. So I have been kind of dreaming of doing this enclosure for a long time for her. We've had her, gosh, it's 5 years, I think. Yeah, I think it's 5 years. And she came to us, someone had her as an illegal pet and then didn't want her anymore. I can only imagine, she was about 2 years old when they abandoned her. I can imagine that's about the time they mature, and I can imagine she became full monkey at that point and wasn't this cute baby anymore. And she was actually abandoned at a vet clinic and picked up by one of my friends that does rescue, and she reached out to us and asked if we could take her in. And we got her, and she has been growing. She's a wonderful girl, but not in the way that most people think of wonderful. Like when she got really close, I moved away a little bit because there is a chance I have my hand curled around the phone right now, and there is a chance she thinks that I have, that little cock of the head right there. Like she tilted her head there, and she's a little disgruntled now. I moved away because she probably thinks I have a treat in my hand, and I'm keeping it from her, and she gets very upset if that is even a possibility. And she has very sharp claws and big sharp teeth, and she will absolutely use them if she thinks that I am, if she could get something from me. She's not like a really gentle, understanding pet. She is definitely wild. So I am going to actually back out of here, and I'm going to go grab a treat, and I'll bring you back to me. And let's grab that treat, and I am going to do some enrichment for her. So I have a little banana, just a banana here, and I am going to rub it on the branches and hurt some of her toys. So let's bring this back around. She knows I have a treat. You can see her reaction to the treat. She's very excited, but she's also a little bit disgruntled because I'm not giving it to her right now. That's her angry noise. I know. And she could absolutely jump on my face. So what I'm going to do is attempt to put some of this banana on a toy before she gets too upset. All right, there we go. Now you have heard angry monkey there. I held onto the banana a little too long, but I was just trying to get a little piece off. There you go. You eat that. You eat that, hungry monkey. I mean, she's had her full meal. This is just extra treats, and I'm gonna wipe this on some toy up there, enrichment, so she has to go and get it. Oh, it's tricky because I didn't put it inside, I put it on the top. That's tricky, and you can see Seraphina in the background watching our shenanigans. Seraphina the red fox. What do you think? Let's see, Pluto, hello, thank you so much for the donation. I think that's called a super chat. Thank you. You had the question of who makes the murals in the background. that's me. I like painting. I like doing art, and I think having colorful walls is way more interesting for the animals than just a blank space. There she goes. She's so fast. She knows exactly what I'm doing. So I have a lot of fun painting everything. You are getting them all too fast. You just here. I'm almost out. I've squished some of it out. I'm almost out of this. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it back up there. She's gonna run and go get it. Ugh, she's so fast. Okay, let's see what she does with the big piece. Oh gosh. Can you get it? Are you just going to lick the peel? That's bigger than your head, Mimi. That looks like, I mean, that'd be like if we got the biggest ice cream cone. That was bigger than her head. She looks like such a happy kid right now. Oh goodness. You are a cutie. You're so cute, and you are so not cuddly. And show off those canines again. That was impressive. Now they crinkly little nose. Oh yeah, show that canine. Good job. And those sharp claws too. She's like little Velcro monkey. So hi, there you go, little girl. Let's show off the space a little bit more. So while Mimi is eating that, that's super cute. But a couple things to note in here. All the walls are covered in plexiglass because she pees on everything. Every branch in here is covered in her pee. All of the toys are absolutely covered in her pee. She does something called urine stamping or hand stamping or urine washing, and she just pees on her branches, and then she puts it on her hands, and then she jumps everywhere and puts pee everywhere. So this entire place smells like monkey pee, and it's not a pleasant smell. And often I will be cleaning in here, and I'll bend down, and it'll touch my hair. I'll touch my head on a toy or something, and then I smell like monkey pee all the time. All right, so I see questions. I see so many questions. Yes, I will have time to answer some questions in a second. Let me bring you back to me for a second. I have just been too excited sharing Mimi's space here, and you can see behind me the view, the windows here. She can just see everything that's going on. So I will have time to answer your questions. Thank you so much for asking them. All right, so the last thing I wanted to say in here was let's move this down, and you can see down on the floor. This space, Mimi really does not like going down onto the ground. So we wanted to utilize this space as much as possible, and so we do have a terrestrial animal instead of arboreal up in the trees, terrestrial living down on the ground. And we share, Mimi shares this space with Gaia the armadillo, who has put herself to, she is just like, she's pulled all these blankets in here. She likes to make herself super, super it's just so many blankets. So many blankets. Oh my gosh. I know we're getting close. I can feel her warmth of her body. She has made it into knots in here. Hey, Gaia. Oh, there she is. Oh, there she is. Hello. Oh, hi, sweet girl. Hi. I know you were running around just a second ago. You can't trick me by pretending that you were asleep. She is in her defensive mode right now. This is Gaia. She's a 3-banded armadillo, and she was literally just running around, and then she went in there into her cozy blanket. So there she is. So Gaia gets to use the floor space, and she runs around in here and utilizes every inch of it. She loves her little tunnels that she gets to go in, and she loves tearing apart her toys. So being able to give her a bigger space too, it was a double whammy. It was awesome. So this enclosure expansion is thanks to the Hitman Family Foundation. We got a big grant, and they said, use it on whatever you want. And we used part of it on this, and we have more things coming. And I'm just very, very excited about all of the improvements we're making. Hi, Gaia, sweetheart. All right, so while we're looking at Gaia, I'm going to pull up the chat and see what questions I can answer here. All right. All right, Disha asked, would a green cheek conure be easy to care for? It really depends on you and your home and what you think is easy. Like, if you go to school, it can be challenging. If you have a full-time job where you're away from the house all the time, it can also be challenging. Green-cheeked conures are naturally, they like to live in a flock, and they bond with one other green-cheeked conure in the wild, and they are monogamous, so they pair for life, and they are used to having tons and tons and tons, there's Gaia going, of tons and tons and tons of interaction, and being left alone all day is really, really not good for their mental well-being. And so if you have tons of time to spend with them, they can make a pretty darn good pet for people that know what they're getting into. Green-cheeked conures are kind of like having little toddlers around. They can be really fun sometimes, but they can also be just a ton of work. So if you're interested in a little conure as a pet, which is a kind of a parakeet, make sure you do your research and maybe visit someone, a rescue that has birds that you can go and interact with, so you know how big they are, and if they do end up biting you, you know how hard they bite, and you can read their body language. And where are you, Gaia? You coming through there? Or did you turn around? Oh, you turned around. So that's my long answer to that. They can make wonderful pets. They can also make really challenging pets. We have rescued 3 green-cheeked conures over the years, and all of them are wonderful. One of them passed away, but we still have 2 of them. They were wonderful. They are still wonderful animals. They were just misunderstood by their previous owners. All right. You also have to think long-term for conures, because they can live 30 years, and that's a long time to have a toddler. All right, let's see. What else? We underestimate parrots. I think Mimi may have put herself to bed. Here we go. I'm gonna turn you around here, and we're gonna go see another animal. Mimi is hoping for any leftovers. She is combing through everything. All right, I'm gonna head on out of Mimi's new space, Mimi and Gaia's new space. Very excited to show that off. And I have more animals, but I would like to check in. Britt and Maya have been helping me out here. So I have some more questions to answer. And let's see, Hannah, did you join us? It'd be great if you were here. So I have a small colony of mice, and I was wondering if you have any care tips. So I've cared for mice in the past, and my biggest tip is make sure you don't have males living together. They can be very territorial, and they can be quite aggressive to each other if they are in the same territory and they're mature. So that would be my biggest tip. Make sure they have enough space. A lot of people think that because they're small, they can thrive in a small space, and that's just not true. They need a large space, and they tend to produce a really big odor, and prepare to clean them, 1 or 2 times a week, like their substrate, unless you wanted to look into bioactive enclosures, because those can be pretty fun too, and it's a lot less maintenance, but it takes a lot of work. So I guess those would be my tips. Thanks for asking, Hannah. All right, Ethan asked, how long will Chango's nails get? And do they ever get long enough that you have to trim them, or do they wear during his day-to-day? So Chango, his nails will continue to grow. They grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. And if we don't trim them, they'll grow too long, and then it can cause pain and eventually like swelling, inflammation and swelling, and arthritis in his joints of his toes. Chango came to us, he was an adult, a young adult when we got him, and he was improperly cared for. They didn't give him the right perching, and so his muscles are malformed. And so he actually will sometimes fall off of his perch because just his muscles don't work completely properly. So often at night he will fall off his perch. I'm gonna put this down. I'm holding it too long. And so if he would, we give him tons of toys and tons of perches, but because his feet are a little bit less strong than they should be, he does not utilize his space as much as he could and wear down his nails as much as he could. So we do trim them. We do lots of trims on them. I shouldn't say lots of trims. What does that even mean? We do routine trims on him. So every, 3 to 4 weeks, we'll trim his toes up. Toenails, not his toes. Scented Angel asked, is her light UVB? So I think that's Mimi's light up on the ceiling. Yes, it is UVB. It is 6% UVB, so she can get pretty close to it without getting like a sunburn. So yes, it is full spectrum for her to enjoy because she's not living outside, and that's not practical in Montana to have her outside. She has to stay above 70 degrees and 65 at the very lowest that I'd be comfortable with. And so that's what we do inside, and then to get her that like sunlight equivalent, we give her that UVB light. Yes, good question. All right. I don't know how to pronounce Urug wild. I don't know how to pronounce that. I wish I did. How do you take care of a solitary specimen from a species as gregarious as a marmoset? She must require tons of attention. That's hard. It's hard. Being a rescue and not like a full zoo, we don't have like access to full troops of primates, like a big social species like that. And we don't have enough space for like a functioning colony, I would say. And also we focus on rescue. That's what we do. We're not going out and purchasing a bunch of animals. We are taking the ones that need a home. And so Mimi, while she should be with other monkeys, she hands down should be with other monkeys of her species. We've talked with a lot of primate specialists, and they all agree that at this point, the point we got her, and she was an adult, we had one report that she had possibly been tried to be introduced to other primates, and they beat her up. I can't confirm that. So it's just one part of the story. And the fact that she was an adult and raised by humans and a pet for a while really points to she would not do okay with another primate. And so we didn't pursue looking for another rescue, which would come with its own baggage. It probably would not work out. I mean, like 99% sure it wouldn't work out. And there is that 1% chance, and like when I see her, it's like I want to give her everything to make her happy and give her a life where she can thrive in. And so it hurts my heart knowing that she would be so much better if she was living with other monkeys. And so I live with that a bit, just like grief, that she could have a better life, but because of what happened in her past, it's not possible. So what we do is, to make up for that, tons of attention, tons of enrichment, a very interactive home so that she can self-entertain when we're not available to entertain her. So that is what we do. We do the best we can. And then other gregarious species is like a parrot, like Chango. He can't live with other parrots. We've tried. He doesn't speak their language, even though he does. But he can live around other parrots. And so that's how we deal with a lot of the hand-raised parrots that have gone through a lot of trauma in their life. And they don't understand how to interact with other parrots, but they still crave that socialization. So they live within eyesight and they can hear each other. They're in the same flock, but they can't have access to each other. They might hurt each other. All right, Steven asked, have you guys made the expansion for Kemosabe? Let's go look at that. All right, I'm taking a break from questions for a second because I want to share some more animals. Get you off of here. All right, let's turn around and look at this space. All right, so no, we have not made the expansion for Kimosabi. Right now, we are actually working on, our contractor, our builder is working on reptile enclosures. And as soon as he's done with that, this is going to be taken care of. And for those of you that don't know, Kimosabi lives here. That's Kimosabi. So he lives there. And this is a spare enclosure that we have been using for, it was Ophelia the opossum's space. Before that, it was Gaia's space, the armadillo. Before that, it was Sydney, the brush-tailed batong space. Lollipop has utilized it, so it's kind of like our, a lot of different animals have lived there. And then up here we have hedgehog, and then we have sugar gliders that goes up to the ceiling. And this is all, we have places for them. We have places for everybody that's living in here currently, but we are going to take down this wall and this whole thing is going to just be revamped. But that's the footprint, that's the space that we get, 8 foot. And this is, it's about 10, I think we measured it, it's like 10 feet. And this back there is about 7 feet. So it is a nice size space. And while this enclosure has worked well for Kimosabi, he utilizes the space. Hi, buddy. How's it going? Kimosabi is he just had a big surgery, so he's recovering from that, and it's day 3 from surgery, and he's doing great, but it was a bigger procedure than we had planned for him. And so his jaw is sore. And so he's got a little bit of drool there that he's dealing with. And you can just see his eyes are a little bit sleepy. Granted, I just woke him up. But he did come down. He was awake about an hour ago, and he came down and he peed. So lost my train of thought. Back to this space. This has worked really well for Kimosabi. He's done really well in it. But again, when we can do better, we do better. And just giving them more space is something I've always wanted to do. And we did run a fundraiser, and I didn't even realize that that's what was happening. It just kind of blew up for his 14th birthday. Everyone was like, yes, let's give him a bigger space. And it turned into this amazing thing. And we raised a bunch of funds. We raised enough funds to really, really do this justice. Like, we're going to get proper walls, and the flooring's going to be new, and we're going to get full spectrum lighting in there. He's nocturnal, but still, we're just going to do it anyway. And big, awesome branches. And I'm just very excited. And the floor, the plan is, we're going to have a terrestrial animal on the floor. Since he's arboreal, up in the trees, we're going to have a terrestrial animal down on the floor. And right now, we actually have him sharing space with our new rescue. We have, hi, handsome buddy, come here. I hear you. I hear you making a little bit of noise. If this looks kind of like a familiar setup, it is, because here is another 3-banded armadillo named Kincho. Hi, buddy. How's it going? You are so cozy in here. Hi. There he is. Upside down. Whoops. Sorry, buddy. There he is. Hi. It's good to see you this morning. This is his morning, nocturnal species. So he is going to get this space. Hey, bud. He's going to get bigger space, all that floor space, and I am very excited for him as well. So both him and Gaia will have lots of space, and I don't know, maybe one day they will live together. We'll see. We'll see. What are your thoughts on that? Should Kincho and Gaia live together? I don't know. All right. So I think that answers that question. I did bring some treats for Kimosabi, so why don't we see if he wants to eat some of those little treats? That might be really fun. Maya and Britt, thanks for hanging with me on who knows this adventure that we never quite know what's going to happen with it. All right, let me turn you around here. Here's his little treats. This is rodent block, ground up, it's powdered, and then I mash it together with some banana, and I just make it into this really soft, I don't know, It's like cookie dough almost, so a little bit crumblier than cookie dough. And make it into a tiny little piece. What do you think, buddy? Do you want some of this? Oh, yes. He's going to show me he wants some. He's like, yes, I will take it. I will take that, please. Good job, buddy. Oh my gosh, you're so cute, man. He's got to clear his mouth. He's got some spit in it. Yeah, he wants to eat it, but he's got to clear his mouth first. I know, buddy. All that spit, that you just got to give it a couple days and you'll be feeling better, okay? He had an infection in the back part of his gums where his molars used to be, and he had to get an antibiotic, time-release antibiotic bead put in there, but it had to be surgically put in. And it was a big procedure, and so he's still dealing with some inflammation in there, which causes. So, I mean, it's gross. I won't show you too much. It's gross. He's going to deal with that. He's going to figure out how to get the spit and the froth under control. And when he is done with that, then he can come down and eat some more treats. I'm actually going to just put a treat up there for him. So when he is ready, he can eat it. But what I was going to say is, when we first got him, he was about 2 years old when I first got him in, and he took this, I trained him to pull up a basket on a rope. And he did really good with it. And then it turned into this thing where basically he's begging when he does it. So he will let me know if he wants a treat, and he will pull that up saying, look, I've done the thing and I know when I do the thing, you will give me a treat. So he is trying to communicate with me. You got it, buddy? Oh, he is making a gross mess. Oh my goodness. All right. Yeah, it grosses me out when he does that. He's just trying to eat it, and it's a little gross. So that is what's happening with Kimosabi right now. All right, the treat wasn't the best idea, but you know, reality. We're getting some reality checks here. All right, so I forgot to say what he was, I guess. He is a prehensile tailed porcupine. They come from South America, Brazil. That species mostly comes from Brazil. And he came to us, Chango, what's up? He came to us, I'm going to give this to Chango. Here you go, buddy. He was calling out for it. Someone bred him and sold him to a private zoo, petting zoo, kind of. And they thought he was a female. And they wanted him to breed. They wanted to have little porcupets. And he's not a girl, he's a boy. And so they didn't have any babies. And when they figured that out, that he was a boy, they didn't want him anymore. And I actually had a friend working at that facility at the time. And she contacted us and asked if we had space for him. And so that is how we got Kimosabi. He was ish 2 years old, 2-ish, an adult. And it took a while to figure out that how to interact with him, because he didn't trust us at first, and porcupine that doesn't trust you is a hard animal to work with, but we figured it out. He just doesn't like being touched, which is totally fine. You know, not everyone likes to be touched all the time. So hands off, he doesn't like to be touched, and he just does everything on his own free will, basically. Like, put the crate down, and he's like, all right, I will go in the crate. And we open the crate door at a show, and he walks out, and he's like, yes, I will do this. It has been a wonderful relationship. All right, checking in on more questions. All right, let's see. Cheryl asked, does Mimi bother Gaia? Not really. We've got a diurnal species and a nocturnal species, so that's not super concerning. Sometimes they cross over in the dusk time, evening time, and Mimi will be like, she'll peek out of her bed. She puts herself to bed. She'll peek out of her bed and be like, it's moving around again. And she'll peek and see if there's any food. She did learn that we feed Gaia in the evening, and so she'll come down and try and steal her mealworms, which isn't cool because Gaia needs those mealworms, so we just put Gaia's food in her little hut so that Mimi cannot access them. Oh, my arm is getting tired, so I have to put you down. All right, that works. Okay. All right. Althea, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. We didn't have a question, but thank you for the donation. And Eaten by Gru, thank you for your donation. And they say thank you for taking care of these awesome animals and sharing them with them. You're welcome. It is absolutely my pleasure to take care of them. I mean, it's pretty. I think it's pretty obvious from the videos we put out and how we talk about it. But it's a lot of work. But it is absolutely my pleasure to take care of them and then share them with you. All right. So we have just let's see. I saw a note here. We just passed $4,200 on Missoula Gives. Thank you so much for reminding everyone, Maya. And again, this live stream was inspired by the fundraiser that we are putting on to make the improvements to all the animals' enclosures. Again, it's super expensive. I think we all know that. It is shockingly expensive to make proper enclosures that are going to last and be safe for the animals, especially in Montana. That's one of our biggest challenges because the temperature gets so cold here. So we are raising funds to improve the animals' care so that they can continue to do their wonderful work being ambassadors for their species and share their awesome selves with everyone else. So yes. Britt, I just saw your comment. Looks like it's time for you to make another armadillo cube. Absolutely. Yes, please. Yeah, Kincho the armadillo she's got a cardboard box right now. And, that works. Totally functional and recycling and all that. It's great. But, it would be nice to have a permanent thing that, can't be. He likes to rip things apart with his big old nails, and so he rips them apart, and then we give him new ones, which is really fun. But he needs his one with his own name on it. Oh yes. All right. Ian asks, "What animal do you like the most?" Nope, can't do it. Cannot pick a favorite. I can't. There's too many of them. There's too many ones that I like too much. I've tried. I have honestly tried to answer this question many times, and I say it, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna really do it. And I say an animal, and I say why, and then I immediately go into the next animal, and then say another animal, and then say another animal, and then say another, and then I feel bad because I keep finding ones that I like just as much, and it never ends. So I can't pick my favorite animal. So let's see. Mary, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I do apologize. I don't know how to pronounce a lot of things, but I try my best. And once I learn, then I remember. But they ask, how do I get into a career like yours? Well, there is some school that you need to go to. You need a biology degree or an education degree or a zoology degree. Those are all great things to strive toward. But experience is also a huge one. So whatever age you are, you can actually start volunteering at local animal facilities, whether it's domestic animals or exotic animals. It doesn't matter. Just getting animal care experience is going to go a long way. And right now, it's a little concerning because a lot of times animal experience is hard to get if you don't have someone financially supporting you, which is another thing that I'm really excited about. That's a whole nother talk, but I would like to be able to offer internships and volunteer opportunities to get people experience, hopefully paid experience, or at least we can offer housing, so it's not such a financial obstacle to get more people the experience they need so that they can pursue a career in the animal world. All right. Should the armadillos have a litter box or a deep drift version for digging? So they do really like to dig, and we do give them dig boxes. We just didn't have them in there right now. We rotate them out So sometimes we put dirt in there and some like soil, and then sometimes we put in shavings, and then sometimes we put in like shredded paper. Just change it up all the time because they do get bored. They don't burrow in the wild. These guys love sleeping in blankets, and they do like their den boxes, but in the wild they would borrow other animals' burrows. So like giant anteaters, they would go down in there and find a little cozy corner. So yes, digging is super important, and we do switch it out. They just don't have any right now. We'll be giving that in a bit. Not a bit, like, you know, we'll rotate it in. We have enrichment cycles. All right. Eaten by a Groot. Thank you again for another donation. All right, which animal smells the best? I thought it was gonna be the baddest, which a lot of them do, but which one smells the best? Oh, that is a, you know, I would probably say Joy the macaw. There's a little bit of dander on her, and she has it's not a bad smell, but it's a distinct smell. And you know, like cats can kind of smell like almost a little dusty, but like in a good way sometimes, some cats, if they're on a good diet. But I would say Joy the macaw because I can get really close to her, and we do a lot of grooming. She'll like put her head down into my chest and I can just groom her, and so she's right in my face, and so I can, I can smell her, and so yeah. Oh, that's a good question. Thank you, Alexander. Thank you for donating. Woo, thank you. All right, do we have any aquatic animals? You know, yes and no. I don't, and Animal Wonders doesn't, because part of our main mission is outreach. And doing outreach with fish or aquatic animals just wouldn't work. But Augusto, he does take care of freshwater and saltwater tanks. Augusto is our co-founder, my husband, and he's done a ton of work with the animals here. And so he knows the fish. He's the fish guy. I do like them, and I like learning about them. I'm not passionate about taking on the responsibility of caring for their cycles and their habitat. Like I like land. Making bioactive enclosures for the reptiles is like I love it. It's like a pretty big passion of mine, and taking care of plants and stuff, but not underwater. So, you know, maybe in the future, if we build a new facility, which that would be awesome, building from the ground up. Now we do have a semi-aquatic animal. We have a beaver. We used to have a mink, Fraser, semi-aquatic, and then Huckleberry the beaver is semi-aquatic. And water is so hard, so hard to work with in Montana. Like I can't stress that enough. I think my crazy eyes stressed that enough. They're super hard to work with, dealing with cleaning water in a place that freezes all the time. All right, hi Flying Kiwi, hello. I'm so glad you made it to the live stream. And Emily, hello. How are the crocodile skinks doing? So Smaug, I would go show you right now, but we're rural and we have terrible internet. And I can't get it any better than it is. This is the best that I can get it where we are. And I'm gonna move around a little bit. Sorry. I would show them to you, but we have terrible internet service in the reptile room, so I am not going to go in there because it'll probably kill the live stream. Smaug, our male red-eyed crocodile skink, he's doing great. He's doing really, really good, super healthy. And then Puff was our female. Chango, what's up? What, you want to go? Yeah? Here. Sorry, he was being very demanding. You want to hear? Here's a treat. You can step up. Good boy. Thank you. Thank you. Should we go? I know, but we can say hi to everyone. You want to say hi? Yeah. Good boy. You want to go back to Zoe. I know you do. You're being a very good boy. So get back to the story. Puff, our female crocodile skink, she passed away a couple years ago because she actually had too many eggs and we were monitoring her pretty closely. We gave her extra calcium while she was making them, but she had a ton of eggs, just one after another, and it depleted her body of calcium, and then she didn't have enough calcium in her body to give birth, like lay the last egg, and it stuck inside of her. And when we were weighing her, and it was hard because she was gaining weight because she had an egg inside of her, but then she significantly dropped weight really quickly. We got her into the vet and we got the egg taken out, but it had already ruptured a little inside of her and had created an infection inside. We gave her antibiotics and we were hand feeding her, and it just wasn't enough. Her body was too weak, probably from laying so many eggs, that her body wasn't able to recover, and she passed away, even though we were doing everything for her. Turd, her original little baby, we actually found a home for her. And so we are just down to one. Just smile. He's doing wonderful. Yeah. All right. Let's see. More questions. Chango, hi. Yeah, you are doing pretty good. You're being very loud in the back, though. You are. Yeah, I want to put you back, but it is very loud, and I am worried that the stream might end. But maybe we should give it a try. I don't know. He's very excited about it. He's very excited. He's very excited. Are we gonna go home? What do you think? I gotta open this door. My hand's gonna move. It's gonna get very loud in here for a second. Very loud. Very, very loud. There you go. You're home. Let's back out of here. And I'm still going. Yay. Okay, the stream didn't end. Good. I just never know when the internet's gonna poop out on me. Yay. Okay. Let's see how many minutes. I have like 10 minutes left. All right. So what should we do in 10 minutes? I'm gonna look through these again. How much do you think the parrots understand when you talk to them? A little bit. Just a little bit, not tons. I think it's more contextual, and they go off of, they do verbal communication, but a lot of it is nonverbal communication. And so I think they work really hard to pick up on human nonverbal communication so that they can kind of understand what's happening. So when I'm talking to them, they probably don't understand the words at all, but it's more like sometimes if you say night night or good night or whatever and then turn off the lights, then they're like, oh, this is what I expect. So it's like circumstantial. But there is some studies on parrots, like Alex, the African gray parrot, that was being trained to learn and know and understand human words, which is just awesome, amazing. And I hope research like that continues. It's hard. There is individual variation in species, and so studying one and getting this great response, and then you study another and it's different and it's not what you thought, and then you study another and it's a different than you thought. It's really hard. It's really hard to study animal behavior. Alexander, thank you so much again for the donations. Thank you everyone for all of your support and donating, but thank you again, Alexander. I just saw that up there. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Raspberry Tiara asks, how many pets is it okay to have in a fairly small house? I can't answer that without seeing the house, knowing which pets they are, knowing your lifestyle, knowing, your care level. And I don't know if it's you or if you're asking for somebody else. Like, there are so many variables. I would say, general rule, you're looking for the animal to thrive, not just survive. So if you're just shoving a bunch of animals, as many as you can possibly fit, into a small space, just because they're alive doesn't mean that they're thriving, right? So you want to look at the animal's whole body healthness, well, that's not a word, health, whole body health, mind and body, And physically, can they exercise and do the things that they naturally should be able to do? And are they mentally stimulated? And are they showing any neurological, like tics? Are they becoming neurotic, basically? And if they're thriving, that is going to tell you how many can fit in a space. Yeah, it's a lot of variables, but keep that in mind. Thriving animals. All right, let's see. More questions. Let's see. My question's over there. All right, Antonio. Hey, hello. Thank you for sharing your name. I mean, we follow each other on Instagram, but I'm terrible at names. I can remember animal facts. Give me all the animal facts, but tell me someone's name or have me try and network with someone, and that is not my skill set. All right. What's the animal that got the record of the most bites or injuries ever inflicted on me or anyone ever in the history of Animal Wonders Montana? Oh, let's see. The most bites. We don't get bitten that often. It's a rare occurrence. If it happens, like, we all have a team meeting, we talk about it. So I would probably say Zoe, the Red Lord Amazon parrot, biting me. I'm the only one that works with her, and she was really hard to gain her trust in the very beginning. She wasn't treated great before she came here to Animal Wonders, and so it took a lot of trust building. And she went through puberty with us, and it was so many hormones. And now, how old is she now? She's probably 14, 15. And every spring she gets hormonal again, and we're hanging out and we're doing great. And she just gets a little too excited and it turns into a bite. And this most recent one, I was actually on a presentation and she was like singing, boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo, singing real loud. And then it turned into a scream. So she's like, and she just screams. And then I had her on my hand, and I was like trying to calm her down and just like work through it. And she just got heightened, and she bit me right there. You can see a tiny bruise, and she actually crushed my nerve in my, I don't know what nerve that's called, but I have no feeling in my thumb right there. Doctor said that it will take about 6 months to grow back. Ha! Yay. So that's not a brag to be bitten by a bird. What I should have done is when she gets heightened, we need to find a calming solution. And I was trying to, but I didn't get there fast enough. And also, the other thing I can do is just not bring her out to presentations. She gets very excited when she goes out and is in front of an audience. She just gets tons of feedback and her energy skyrockets. So just not bring her out during springtime, which, I'd like to be able to bring her out, but just keep practicing, finding ways to de-escalate, bring that energy level back down when she's getting excited. Yeah. All right, let's see. Eaten by a grue again. What animal would you like to house if you had the funds to maintain? Like the ones that we don't already have. So, I mean, if I got funds, like, it would go into improving all the animals' care that we have right now. Every single one of them can get bigger spaces. That would be amazing. So that's what I would focus on. I've always kind of wanted to offer a home to a displaced wild cat. I'd like to do education with a wild cat, like a serval type. Because a lot of people are super enamored by them and think that they're just gorgeous animals, so they want one as pet, and they think that because they've seen other people have one, it'll be fine. And often it's not fine, and often they're rehomed. And we just have not been in a place where we have enough staff to devote the time that they will need and big enough space for them that, it's gonna be good for their temperature, keeping them warm, but they can actually go outside in the winter, so access to a yard as well. So maybe a serval. I've also always kind of wanted to work with a tamandua, or tamandua, whichever way you pronounce it, lesser anteater. Those guys are really neat. So if we have the space and if one needs a home, which are big ifs, I'd be open to taking one of those guys, and that'd be pretty cool to work with one. But again, we just focus on what animals need homes. They're coming. We get tons of asks, and I have to say no a lot because we don't have the space or the time to devote to the animals. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna pop back over and we're gonna answer questions here that I might have missed. Marina, thank you, Marina. Thank you for the donation and sending love from Sydney, Australia. Oh, very cool. I would go and say hi to Sydney, the brush-tailed baton right now. I totally would. She's probably just waking up, but she lives through the bird room, and the internet is terrible down there. So not only would it get really loud, but I'd probably lose you. One day I am hoping to be able to do a big old tour through here and show you the spaces and just show it all off. But that day is not today. All right. How's Huckleberry? How's Hera? Hera's doing pretty good. She's in her 20s now. Hera's a Harris's hawk, and she's outside. She's doing wonderful. She's probably one of my favorites. Oh, I don't like that word, but one of my favorites to hang out with. Probably just because she has just a calm personality, just real chill, and she's very complimentary. She compliments me a lot. So while she's sitting on my hand, we'll be hanging out, we'll be walking through the forest or something, and the whole time she'll just look at me and she'll purr. She has like a hummy purr, like a thing. And that's just her saying, hey, you're my friend. We're buddies. It's like putting your arm around your buddy and be like, I like you. And so, she's constantly doing little hums at me, and it feels awesome to be around an animal that is cool with you and wants to be around you and enjoys that interaction. So not only can we provide her a good home, but also it's very rewarding that way. All right, what just happened? I saw something on here. We crossed 4,500 on Missoula Gives. Thank you so much. Thanks for putting that up there, Maya. If you see a link in there and you're able to give, we are raising funds to make improvements on all the animals' habitats, as many as we possibly can. We try and stretch those funds as far as they'll go, and we do a ton of recycling. Oh yeah, I should probably show off. Like this door right here. That's a recycled door. Like that was in somebody else's place. And this door right here, that's a recycled door. Like this I'm backwards in here, so it's hard for me to. And I think we bought that wood new. I think it had to be super straight, but that is laminate. That is recycled, and that bird perch, someone recycled that. We got that donated, and that door over there, and all the wood for Seraphina the fox is recycled. All of these doors are recycled. You see a trend? We try and stretch the funds as much as possible because we want all of the animals to live as amazing as a life as possible. They deserve it. They absolutely deserve it. I'm going to turn around and we're going to finish off by saying hello to Seraphina. Hi, pretty girl. How's it going? You know what? I have a treat for you. You want to say hi to everyone? Yeah, say hi. Yeah. There you go. Sweet girl. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Should we get you a treat? I forgot your treat. I kind of teased you there. Seraphina just went through her she's very excited. Her big winter, or her spring shed, I should say. So she looks really skinny, and her whole place is covered in fur, and that air filter is covered in fur. And let's see, I got her an egg. Let's give her an egg. Do you want this? You want it? What do you think? She's like, yes, I can smell it through there. Oh, she's so excited. All right. All right. Ready? This is yours. Here, I'm going to smash it on the floor. Ready? Oh, yes. Oh, that's good stuff, huh? That is. So I smashed it on the floor instead of just giving it to her, because if I would have just given it to her, she would have run into her other room and dug a hole and buried it. And then she would have dug it up, and she would have licked it out there, but then she would have gotten it all in her dirt, and it wouldn't be as clean. So if we break it on the floor in here, she doesn't end up eating all of the dirt, getting all the dirt in her mouth. She does try and avoid the shell. Sometimes she'll eat it, but often she'll avoid it. Is that good, Sarah? What do you think? Look how skinny she looks. She just massive shedding all over the place. She has like 3 to 4 inch fur. All right, we are over time, so we're gonna say goodbye to Serafina, and I wanted to say thank you to everyone for joining us today, and I just wanted to make sure that I didn't miss anybody else here. All right, last one. Alexander asked, what is the best starter reptile to take care of? Okay, absolutely last question, and then I need to go. But I put off feeding all the animals, so they are very hungry, and they want their dinner, so I can't make them wait too much longer. So the best starter reptile to take care of. Oh, so hard. It's not a one-size-fits-all. Like, I can't say, do this, right? Because everybody's starter reptile is going to be different. Not everybody's. A lot of people are going to be the same, but it's going to be different for different people. So what is legal in your country to house? And you gotta start there. And then what are you looking for interaction with that reptile? Do you want a hands-off pet where they're just really cool to watch and to give enrichment? Or do you want one that's super interactive and does a lot of, interaction? So like leopard geckos, they don't require as intense of lighting setup as something like a bearded dragon. Bearded dragon is going to be pretty interactive. They do, depending on the personality, they do like to come out and spend time with their humans, but they have a bigger investments for setup. You need a stronger UV light. You need a stronger heat source, and you need, they're bigger, so they need more food. But like a leopard gecko, they're gonna require a not as intensive lighting. But their setup is still gonna be challenging. You still have to pay, upwards of $1,000 to get their home set up just right. So I'm gonna put this down again. And then if you're looking for a snake, then, there's lots of different personalities in snakes. A ball python, a lot of people have them. You just need to do your research, and then you can set up a proper enclosure for them. But there might be some more interactive snakes, like hognose might be a really interactive snake. And one of my favorite snakes is a gopher snake. They're really, really sassy when they're young, but when they become adults, they're so chill. They don't need a ton of special heating. Well, I guess also it depends on where you are. So in North America, they're not going to require a ton of extra heating and stuff because they're a native species here. So really hard question to answer. You should send an email or something like that. And if you're looking for a reptile and you want some more feedback, send us an email and maybe I can help walk you through it a little bit. And then Nims, thank you so much for your donation. All right, everyone. Thank you for letting me share the animals with you. I hope that you enjoyed this a little bit, and I should probably do this again. I really like this style. So thank you for letting me spend this time with you and celebrate and get all of my excitement out because we hit the goal that we were going for at Missoula Gives. So thank you, everyone, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night or day if you're in a different time zone, way different time zone than I am. And yeah, thank you for your support, and thank you for loving animals. All right, bye everyone.